The movie starts right after the first one. You know what, that family that got all messed up in the desert? Well, now the army is out there doing a search and destroy mission. And get this, there are these scientists still working in the same area, Sector 16. So this one doctor is up on a hill trying to radio the base camp, but nobody's answering. He goes looking for the other doctor, and he finds him just totally torn apart. It's super gruesome. So he's backing away, and he sees this freaky mutant dude just eating a snake. The mutant just looks at him and tells him to run. But before the doctor can even process that, another mutant comes out of nowhere and just smacks him over the head with an axe. The colonel in charge hears the scream, but then another mutant just lifts him up with a spear and chucks him right off the mountain. It's a total disaster right from the start. Okay, so then we meet our main characters. It's this group of army soldiers, and they're on a training mission. Their last job is just to drop off supplies for those scientists. But when they get to the base camp, it's a complete ghost town. Nobody's there. They get a weird radio signal, but it's just static. Then they see a signal flash from a mirror way up on a hill. Their leader, this guy named Sarge, thinks someone's in trouble. So he's like, all right, search and rescue mission. He takes most of the team up the hill, but he leaves two soldiers behind, this guy Napoleon and a girl named Amber, just to hold down the fort. So as the main group is climbing, one of the soldiers falls and totally busts his knee, so Sarge sends him back to the camp. Meanwhile, back at the camp, Napoleon goes to use one of those portable toilets, and he sees a hand reaching out from inside. He totally freaks out and starts screaming. Amber runs over, and they pull this doctor out of the toilet. He's the guy from the mission, all scratched up and barely alive. They figure the mutants left him there to die. He just whispers, "He's here," and then he dies. So Amber and Napoleon are super scared now. Then they realize their truck has been set on fire, and all their guns are gone. Amber's like, okay, I'm going up the hill to find the others. But Napoleon is too scared to move, so Amber goes by herself, and she doesn't get very far. A mutant just jumps out and grabs her.
So Napoleon sees Amber get snatched, and he just bolts after her to help. Amber's fighting this mutant dude off, but he's about to kill her. And then bang, a gunshot hits the mutant in the shoulder. The mutant dives into this hole in the ground to get away. And get this, the shot came from the soldier with the busted knee. He was on his way back down. So Amber runs over to him, but then the same mutant reaches out of another hole, grabs the injured soldier, and starts dragging him in. Amber tries to save him, Napoleon runs up to help, and they're both pulling on this guy, but it's no good. The mutant just yanks him right into the ground. Meanwhile, up on the hills, the main group finds another dead body. It's one of the mission doctors. Now they're all on high alert, guns ready. But as they're moving, a mutant just jumps one of the soldiers from behind. Everyone just starts shooting like crazy, just total chaos. And in all the confusion, Sarge, the leader, runs out and gets shot by his own men. They're all freaking out, trying to save him, but he dies right there. And that's when Amber and Napoleon show up. They tell them what happened to the other soldier, and now everyone realizes just how big of a deal this is. They're totally trapped, and their leader is dead. So they decide they have to get Sarge's body back to the base camp. They're going to use a rope to lower him down the mountain. The soldier who accidentally shot Sarge feels super guilty, so he volunteers to go down with the body. So he's going down, everyone's holding the rope, and then the rope just snaps. He and Sarge's body just fall all the way down. But then they look at the rope, and it wasn't broken. It was cut. Someone is hunting them, one by one. So they all climb down super carefully. On the way, they find the colonel, the guy who got thrown off the mountain. He's in really bad shape, but he's alive. They ask him how to get out of there, and he just points and says, the only way out is through the mines.
He also tells them they're going to kill all the guys, but they take the girls to make more of them. It's so messed up. They're like, how do we stop them? And the colonel just says one word, simple. Then he puts a gun to his head and kills himself. So now they're really on their own. They set this trap where they have Amber and another girl, Missy, just sit out in the open. A mutant comes to grab them, and bam! All the soldiers just light them up and kill them. But then another mutant grabs Missy and drags her away. They all follow her screams to the entrance of this mine. But one of the soldiers is like, nope, not me, and he just chickens out and leaves them. But he doesn't get far. A mutant just rips his arm off and chucks him off the mountain. So much for that plan. So they go into the mines, and
Bam! Amber and Napoleon fall into this pit and get knocked out. When they wake up, this mutant dude, like a teenager one, is about to get Amber. Napoleon just goes nuts and smashes his head in with a rock. Kills him. And get this, another one shows up, but this one's blind. He's just smelling him. They manage to escape through this secret door, and they run right into another mutant named Hansel. And it's the same mutant from the beginning, the one who told the doctor to run. He's a good guy. He hides them right as the other two soldiers show up. The blind mutant just starts blasting away at them. He hits one soldier, but the other one manages to kill the blind mutant before getting shot himself. Napoleon pulls the last two soldiers through the secret door. Hansel starts leading them out, and the place is just a total nightmare, body parts everywhere, and they see their dead friends. It's horrible. But the other soldier, he doesn't make it. He just dies. They can't just leave him, so they have to carry his body. So they start arguing. Amber's like, I'm not leaving Missy. But this one dude is a total jerk and is like, I'm out of here. So he leaves on his own, while Amber and Napoleon go back for Missy. The selfish guy finds a box of dynamite and thinks he's hit the jackpot. But it's a booby trap. He picks up the box, pulls a tripwire, and boom! He's toast. Amber and Napoleon are looking for Missy when another mutant attacks them, but they manage to kill it together. They finally find Missy, and she's all tied up. They're trying to free her, and then the big boss mutant, this dude Hades, just shows up. Amber has one bullet left and shoots him right in the head. A chunk flies off, but he's still coming. Napoleon stabs him with a metal rod, but he's still coming. Then Missy, who's free now, just starts wailing on him with a hammer, and Napoleon shoves his gun right in the mutant's mouth and pulls the trigger. Game over. The three of them finally make it out of the mines alive, but the very last shot, you see someone watching them from the hills. And that's how it ends.